and welcome back everyone, and today I am excited because The Challenge just did a cast reveal and premiere date release for Season 40 Battle of the Eras. I am so excited. Who would have thought that mere days after All-Stars 4 crowned its champion that The Challenge would be already moving on to Season 40. Now, it is a giant milestone. It has a giant cast featuring strong players and iconic players from the different eras of The Challenge. With a milestone season comes a giant cast of 40 players, 10 players per era. So in wasting no time, let's jump into the specifics of the season and then jump into the cast. First of all, like I mentioned, Season 40 is called Battle of the Eras. It's taking place in Vietnam and its premiere date is August 14th. But on August 7th, there will be an episode 0, which is like a countdown / introduction episode where we're going to see all the players walk into the house, get to mingle with each other, and then I'll have a cliffhanger going into the first daily challenge, which will be kicked off in episode 1. Now, talking about the prize money, we have seen in the last 2 seasons of season 39 and All-Stars 4 that there was some major budget cuts. But according to people.com, they said that the cast will be playing for their portion of $1 million. So the prize fund is kicked way up. I mean, I would expect nothing less for Season 40. All right, going through the cast, we're gonna go era by era, starting with Era 1, the OGs, and we're going to start in alphabetical order with Aneesa. Aneesa's original season was The Real World Chicago. She made her challenge debut on Season 6. She has done 16 main seasons of the challenge. She's been to 3 finals, 1 All-Stars final, and the last time we saw her was in Season 38's final, paired up with Jordan and getting 3rd place. Moving on to Brad, whose original show was The Real World San Diego. He made his challenge debut on Season 9. He has done 10 main seasons of the challenge. He's been to 4 finals. He's won once, which was in Season 20, and he's been to 2 finals on All-Stars. And the last time we saw him was on All-Stars 4, where he wasn't having his best season, and he was eventually eliminated by Adam in the cheat codes elimination. Let's move on to a heavy hitter in CT, whose original show was The Real World Paris. He made his challenge debut on Season 8, The Inferno. He has done 19 main seasons of the challenge. He's been to 10 finals. He's won 5 of them. And on top of that, he won twice in the Champs vs. series. And the last time we saw him, he was a mercenary in Season 39, won against Asaf, taking home 10 Gs, as well as winning Traders Season 2 alongside Trishelle. Next up is Darrell from Road Rules Campus Crawls. His debut season on the challenge was Season 7, The Gauntlet. He has done 10 main seasons of the challenge. He's been to 4 main finals, won 4 of them, been to 2 All-Stars final, and he won Champs vs. Pros. And the last time we saw him was going up against Kylan in Season 39 as a mercenary. Back for another momentous occasion is Derek from Road Rules Extreme. He debuted in Season 9. He has done 10 main seasons of the challenge. He's been to 5 finals, won 3 of them. He's been to 1 All-Stars final, and the last time we saw him was in All-Stars Season 3, losing to Nehemiah right before the final. Speaking of the Road Rules Extreme, we have Jody from the Road Rules Extreme. She made her challenge debut on Season 10, The Inferno 2. She's done 3 main seasons of the challenge. She's been to 2 finals. She's won both of those main season finals. And the last time we saw her was on the World Championships, being paired up with Benha, and they eventually lost to Troy and Casey in the World Championship. Let's keep this Road Rules train a-going as we go to Katie from the Road Rules The Quest. She debuted on Season 7, The Gauntlet. She's been on 9 main seasons of the challenge. She's been to 2 finals. She's a 1-time champion, and the last time we saw her was losing to Ayana in All-Stars Season 2, Episode 4. Now, you can't have a challenge Season 40 without the Godfather himself, Mark Long, whose original show was Road Rules USA The First Adventure. This man is a true OG, being on season 2 of The Challenge, Real World versus Road Rules The Challenge. He has done 6 main seasons, he's been to 4 finals, winning 2 of them, and also being to 2 All-Stars finals. And the last time we saw him was in All-Stars Season 3, in the final, getting 4th place for the men as he was eliminated by Brad. Next up is legend and icon Rachel Robinson. From the Road Rules Campus Crawls, she made her challenge debut on Season 6, and she has done 7 main seasons of the challenge. She's been to 3 finals, she's won twice, and the last time we saw her was just on All-Stars Season 4, where she unfortunately eliminated really early on in that season, but she was facing off against Cara in the Star Slice elimination. And finally, the last person on Eras 1 is Tina from Road Rules South Pacific. She made her challenge debut on Season 7. She has done 5 main seasons of the challenge. She's been to 2 finals. She's been on a couple of seasons of All-Stars, and the last time we saw her was losing to Cam in the Ladies and the Tramp elimination in All-Stars, in the middle of All-Stars. Overall, Era 1, the OGs look incredible. All 10 of them have made the finals at one point in their challenge career. There's 8 champions in total in this era. To me, there is a lot of strong competitors on Era 1 that it's hard not to think that as a unit, I have a ton of faith in them and in a lot of them to make it deep within the season. But that's only 10 players of the 40, and there's still a lot of strong players to talk about. So let's not stall any further and let's jump right into Eras 2, where we see a face that we haven't seen in quite some time, and that is Aviv from Season 12 Fresh Meat. Her debut challenge season was 12 because Aviv has only done 1 main season of the challenge prior to coming on to Season 40. And guess what? She's been to 1 final, Season 12, and she's won that final. So she's 1 for 1 in finals, in making the final. She also has a friend in Darrell, possibly. Let's see how well they've connected or stayed connected over the years. And like I said, the last time we saw her was winning Fresh Meat Season 12. Next up is a familiar face who's also a Fresh Meat alum, and that is Brandon Nelson from Season 19 Fresh Meat 2. That was his challenge debut season. He's done 5 main seasons of the challenge. He has yet to make a final, but the last time we saw him was in All-Stars Season 4, where he was eliminated by Leroy in the Mission Improbable elimination. Next competitor needs no introduction. You probably already know her stats, but here she is, Cara Maria, who also debuted on Season 19 Fresh Meat 2. She has done 14 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 9 finals, getting 2 wins, making it to a final in All-Stars Season 4, and winning Champs vs. Pros. And the last time we saw her was getting 2nd place and $25,000 on All-Stars Season 4. Speaking of All-Stars Season 4, let's move on to Derek C. from the Real World Cancun. He made his challenge debut on Season 20. Derek has only been on 3 main seasons of the challenge. He hasn't made a final on the main season, but last time we saw him was on All-Stars Season 4, making the final, just getting his star right before the final, and unfortunately was the first person purged in the All-Stars 4 final, locking in 8th place. Let's see what Derek can do with the momentum. But moving from players that we just saw on a recent season, let's talk about somebody that we haven't seen in quite some time, and that is Emily Skrom from the Real World DC. Her debut challenge season was Season 20. She has been on 3 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 3 finals, winning once, and also winning Champs vs. Stars alongside Johnny Bananas and CT. And really, that's the last time we saw her on the challenge. Now, can Emily keep up her streak of never being eliminated from the challenge? I don't know, she's looking bigger and stronger than ever, it seems like. But let's move on to Johnny Bananas, whose original show was the Real World Key West. He made his challenge debut on Season 13, The Duel. He has done 21 main seasons of the challenge, not counting all the spin-offs he was on. Looking at his stats, he's been to 10 finals. He's won 7 of those 10 finals, as well as winning Champs vs. Stars 1 and making the final in USA Season 2, which was the last time we saw him on the challenge, getting third place behind Corey and Chris. Next up, we have Kellyanne from The Real World Sydney. She made her challenge debut on season 16, unfortunately, one of the worst seasons to make your challenge debut on, but Kellyanne stuck around, and she even made the final in season 18, The Ruins. She also made 2 All-Stars finals, and the last time we saw her was in the World Championship, losing to Darrell and Kiki in an elimination pretty deep within that season. Moving on to the current All-Stars champion, we have Laurel, whose original show was season 19, Fresh Meat 2. She has done 7 main seasons of the challenge. She's made it to 4 finals. She's won 1 main season. She just recently won All-Stars season 4, banking in $250,000 and looking to get another win. But next up, we have Nehemiah from The Real World Austin. He made his challenge debut on season 13. He has done 4 main seasons of the challenge. He's been to 1 final, which was the Gauntlet 3, season 15. He won that final with his rookie team, and then he also made 2 All-Stars finals, where the last time we saw him, he was getting 3rd place in All-Stars 3. And finally, for Era 2, we have Ryan, whose original show was season 12, Fresh Meat. He has done 5 main seasons of the challenge and making 1 final, which was season 16, The Island. Had an opportunity to possibly go and get his star for All-Stars 4 final, but elected to wait, and that was the last time we saw him on the challenge, was being purged right before the final, unable to beat his best friend Derek in the Starborn Daily Challenge for the final star. Overall, Era 2 is looking really strong, and they have 6 champions among them. They are going to be a strong team that the other eras are going to worry about, especially on the women's side of the competition. But we're only halfway through the cast, so let's jump into Eras 3, starting with Amanda from Are You the One season 3. She made her challenge debut on season 28, Rivals 3. She has done 6 main seasons. She has yet to be in a final, and the last time we saw her was losing to Desi in USA Season 2. Somebody else we saw pretty recently was Avery, whose original show was The Real World Portland. She made her challenge debut on Season 26. She has done 2 main seasons of the challenge. She has yet to make the finals, and the last time we saw her was in All-Stars Season 4, winning a couple of dailies, but just coming up short in making the final as she was unable to win out against Laurel in the Starborn Daily Challenge. Somebody looking for a back-to-back finals appearance is Corey Wharton from The Real World Explosion. His first season was season 27, Battle of the Bloodlines. He has done 9 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 4 finals. And he also made the finals in USA Season 2, where he had an incredible social game, never had to go into an elimination, and then got 2nd place on the men's side. Corey had an incredible season on USA 2, and I'm intrigued to see what he can do in season 40. Somebody else looking to capitalize on momentum is Devon from Are You the One season 3. His first season was also season 28, Rivals 3. He has done 7 main seasons, making it to 3 finals. He's a 1-time challenge champ, and the last time we saw him was as a mercenary on season 39, winning against Callum by counting better than him. Speaking of a champion, let's move on to John A. from The Real World Cancun. Her challenge debut was season 21 Rivals. She has done 5 main seasons of the challenge. She has done 3 All-Star seasons, making it to the finals on all 3 of those All-Star seasons and winning 2 of them. She has yet to make a final in any other iteration of the challenge, but I think that this could be her big opportunity. But speaking of USA 2, that was the last time we saw her being eliminated super early on that season against Tori. Next up, we have one of the strongest players in Era 3, and that is Jordan Wiseley, whose original show was The Real World Portland. He made his challenge debut on season 24, Rivals 2. He has done 7 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 5 finals, winning 3 of the main seasons, and winning the World Championship. And the last time we saw him was winning the best elimination in season 39 against Kieran. Jordan, you know, is always showing up in these big moments. As we saw him come back from a hiatus to do season 30, Jordan just keeps getting better and better with age. We're going to see how that's all going to play out, especially with how many Real World Portland players are on the season as well. But let's put a pin in that as we move on to Leroy from the Real World Las Vegas. His debut challenge season was season 21. He has done 12 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 5 finals. And the last time we saw him was making the All-Stars 4 final. He didn't have the best showing on that season, but he did make the final. Unfortunately for him, he was the second player purged from that final, locking in 7th place. But here he is, back for redemption, looking for a better outcome than that. But now let's move on to another Real World Portland player, and that is Naya, whose debut challenge season was season 25, Free Agents. She has done 2 main seasons of the challenge. She's made it to 1 All-Stars final, and the last time we saw her was in the World Championship, losing in episode 4 to Jody and Benha. We're down to the final 2 players, 2 very strong players for Era 3. We're first going to be talking about Tony from the Real World Skeletons. His debut challenge season was season 27. He has done 6 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 1 final. Also, he won Champs vs. Stars 2 alongside CT, aka Team Dadbod. And the last time we saw him was in All-Stars 4, albeit not very long, as he had to leave due to personal family matters back at home. He had to withdraw from the game, but luckily he is here on season 40, and hopefully he'll be here for a much longer time. And last but not least, in Eras 3, is Tori Deal, whose original show was Are You the One season 4. Her debut challenge season was season 30. She has done 7 main seasons of the challenge. She's been to 4 finals, winning once. She's been to 2 spin-off finals, which was USA 2 and the World Championship. And the last time we saw her was getting 4th place and purged in the USA 2 finals. Eras 3 is a bit of a roller coaster when it comes to the players and caliber players, especially compared to Eras 2 and 1. Overall, they have 8 finalists out of the 10 players and only 4 champions, which I'll say is not bad. I think that if we took the players solo, I think that some would go way higher in like a tier list than other players, but overall, I can't say that I'm upset with Era 3. But if this was a one team take all, I don't know if I'm going to be picking Eras 3 over, say, Eras 1. And finally, the final 10 players in Era 4, the new players that debuted between seasons 31 through 39, as we start things off with Horacio from Exatlan, where he made his challenge debut on season 38. He has done 2 seasons of the challenge, made the finals once, almost made the finals in season 39, but was eliminated by Nerys in episode 16. Oh, so close to the final. Next, we have somebody that we haven't seen in quite some time, a Terminator type of player, and that is Jenny West from Survival of the Fittest. She made her challenge debut on season 34. She has done 2 seasons of the challenge. She's made it to 1 final, Total Madness, and won it. Was the first one up that mountain, and that's the last time we saw her. It's been 5 seasons and a whole bunch of spin-offs, and we haven't seen Jenny try to defend her crown. Well, here she is, ready to take on the world. And next up we have Josh from Big Brother. He made his challenge debut on season 33. He has done 5 main seasons of the challenge, has yet to make the final, has gotten close on a handful of times, has had troubles winning eliminations over the course of his career. And the last time we saw him was being eliminated right before the finals in USA 2, where he lost to Fessel in the pillow fight hall brawl. But getting back to the champ mindset, let's move on to Casey from Big Brother. She made her challenge debut on Total Madness. She has done 4 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 3 finals, a 1-time champion, also making the final in the World Championship, getting 3rd place, and the last time we saw her was in season 39, winning against Big T in a pole wrestle, winning $10,000, but according to Big T, Casey split the money because Casey felt bad, and her and Big T are close friends. Next up is a standout from season 39, and that is Kyland, who is from Big Brother. He has done one main season of the challenge, but he also played in USA season 1. He has yet to make a final, but was very close in season 39, as he too was eliminated alongside Horacio, losing to Nerys in episode 16 of season 39. Somebody who ruled season 39 with an iron fist was Michelle from Survivor. She has done 3 main seasons of the challenge. She made her challenge debut on season 37, has yet to make a final, and the last time we saw her was in season 39, being purged right before the final. Somebody I've mentioned quite a bit through this era because she had an incredible season 39, and that is Nerys. From Are You the One season 6, she has done 2 main seasons of the challenge. She has been to 1 final, and that was getting 2nd place in season 39, Battle for a New Champion. Nerys has been called the People's Champ from season 39. Here she is, ready to play, ready to compete against some of the best the challenge has to offer. Let's see how she's going to be able to do. But next up is Olivia from Love Island US. She made her challenge debut on season 38. She has done 2 main seasons of the challenge, making the finals once, and she too was eliminated by Nerys in season 39 in episode 17, right before the final. And we have the final 2 competitors, one of which is Paulie from Big Brother. He made his challenge debut on season 32. He has done 3 main seasons of the challenge, making it to 2 finals, has yet to win a final just yet, and the last time we saw him was in USA 2, losing to Bananas while trying to throw beanbags on an ice block in episode 3. And last but certainly not least is Theo Campbell, making his main series return to the challenge, which I'm very excited about. He is from the Love Island UK. He made his challenge debut on season 33, making it to 1 final, getting 2nd place to Turbo in season 33. But the last time we saw him was in the final for the World Championship alongside his partner Sarah Lucina, where he twisted his ankle and he had to be medically DQ'd from the challenge. Now, the World Championship wasn't the best showing for Theo, but I feel like he dipped his foot back into the challenge realm, and I think he's going to come out ready and willing to play, show up for era number 4. This era is new. A lot of new players have yet to really prove themselves. They have a lot of finalists on this era. 7 of the 10 players are finalists, but only 2 are champions, which is Casey and Jenny. Overall, this cast is incredible. I don't think I could have asked for anything better for a milestone season of season 40, Battle of the Eras. I think having 10 players per era, I'm so excited to see what the gameplay will look like, what the mechanics will be, but there's a whole bunch of players on this cast that I am so excited to see compete, have to play together. I have a feeling that it's going to be teams at first, and then midway through the season, the format change will go into being solo, just to see who's the best of the best across all 4 eras. That way they can crown like the best man and woman from the entirety of the challenge. I think it's quite interesting that the challenge promo says that this season will be made up of 40 legends. I think it's easy marketing to say that, but also looking at some of the newer players, I think it's quick on the jump to call them legends already, but I understand where they're coming from. I don't really care because I'm ready for this season to be the best we have seen in quite some time. I mean, with All Stars 4, the handing out the stars in the final for a huge advantage, that really watered down that season for me. Season 39 wasn't really that great. Season 38 had its up and downs. I think the World Championship and USA 2 were actually pretty good seasons and a spike in the right direction. I think the challenge has been really inconsistent with the quality of their seasons, and I'm just ready for this season to be amazing. And I hope they don't try to mucky things up with having it be too complex of a format, try to get too cutesy with the twist. They have an incredible cast and infinite potential with the players on this cast that I would just like to see them play. Put the players on the season, make the season simplified, and let the players do their thing. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm expecting. And to me, I'm going to be hyped from here until it begins, because Right now, I love this cast. I think it looks incredible. And I'm just ready and hyped up for this season. I'm so ready. I had no idea that this was going to be dropped in June. I thought they were going to do a cast reveal and a trailer in the middle of July, but I think that they have a lot of promo stuff like for TikToks and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and a whole bunch of different like promos that they're just waiting to kick things off as soon as possible to get everybody hyped on their way to season 40 premiering, which is on August 14th. Technically August 7th. As you can tell, I am just really, really excited about this season and the potential of all the different storylines and narratives and everything. I'm just so excited. But now I want to turn it over to you. What do you think about this cast and this season? Let me know down in the comment section below. Which era are you rooting for the most? Which era do you hope falls on their face? Is there an era that you are hoping doesn't win but has your favorite on that era? Let me know anything and everything down in the comment section below. Please no spoilers. I have to throw that out there. No spoilers in the chat. I only want to know what you think of this original cast and the potential for what this cast can bring to this season. I now want to give a major shout out thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who's watching this video up to this point. I'll be back really, really soon with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.